1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Check the mic. 1, 2, 3. Check.
1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome, Wangaratta Sports and Aquatics Centre. NBL preseason action between Southeast Melbourne up against Brisbane Bullets.
Looking forward.
Very good evening and welcome along to the Wangaratta Sports and Aquatic Centre NBL pre-season action tonight, and it is a packed stadium. It's a pleasure to be in Wangaratta in the northeastern state of Victoria, of course, around about an hour's drive from the border of Albury-Wodonga. Steve Murphy and Jade Colf in commentary for this pre-season fixture. Of course, the Brisbane Bullets taking on Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. It'll be the Phoenix's first pre-season hit out this season. And for the Brisbane Bullets, they've already had a couple under their belt, which we'll touch on shortly. Colf, very good evening to you. It's a pleasure to come along tonight, and we're thrilled in our area, our patch of the world here in the northeast, to be able to host a high-quality, elite basketball game here, and the crowd has certainly come out to support it.
Absolutely, Steve Murphy. Absolute pleasure to be here in Wangaratta. The NBL is flying, and, hey, opening tip-off September 19, round one. It's going to be very, very exciting. Very, very exciting here tonight as well. Hey, we've got an interesting fixture, Steve. Look, Southeast Melbourne, Phoenix, they're expected to do some real quality things this upcoming season with Nathan Sobey and that man, Welton Jr. in the backcourt. And as for the Brisbane Bullets, well, it seems to be a little bit of a rebuilding year for them. But gee whiz, what an exciting prospect they have in Rocco Zakarski. 103 kilograms and 220 centimetres, if you don't mind, Murph. So, look, interesting tonight, pre-season. The Bullets have had a couple of hit-outs, as we know. It's the first time we will see the Phoenix so far this year. So, look, we expect them to do good things. First time we get to see them, though.
Excited to be here. I did mention the pre-season games for Brisbane so far have been pretty good. A lot of experts obviously not sure exactly what they'll tune out this year, two new-looking type of sides, but they had a good victory over Shanghai a couple of weeks ago, 31 points in the first quarter, so high scoring as well. And then, of course, more locally, took on Melbourne United just recently with 90-75 victory there. So, and one man that has really, I guess, set them alight, the Brisbane Bullets, so far in this pre-season has been Deng Adel. He'll be in the number 10. He'll be certainly an offensive weapon that could be anything this season, Colf. So we look forward to watching him. They're formed good. Like I said, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, this is their first pre-season hit out. It'll be the second one they'll have on Saturday night, but they take on Melbourne United. Yeah,
they certainly do. And look, there's some real opportunities here for this new roster with the Brisbane Bullets. As I said, once they come out, it'll be interesting to see really who is going to step forward offensively for them. We know what's going to go on with the Phoenix. Look, Sobey and Welton Jr. arguably, and I say arguably because this league is stacked full of talent, arguably the best backcourt in the league. And look, they're going to do the bulk of the scoring at the Phoenix, as we mentioned earlier on. Look, they expect to play finals this upcoming season, and, well, the Brisbane Bullets, they're a little bit younger and a little bit more of an unknown quantity out there, but we're about to get underway here, and we're really looking forward to it.
Steve Murphy, Jade Colf in commentary. Sit back and enjoy the next four quarters. These two sides with, like every other team, ambitions. Certainly Southeast Melbourne with a very different looking lineup. Four players out there with championship success with the Sydney Kings. Does that in turn correlate across to the Phoenix? They'll certainly be hoping so. The man in the number one in the middle, he'll be a key player tonight, Jordan Hunter. Big raps on him as one of the real guns, big men department in the competition. Will be up against Tyrell Harrison to start with. We're underway. Wangaratta Sports and Aquatic Centre, and opening possession goes away at Cook and the Bullets, who I guess technically they're the visitors tonight. Bateman. He's another man, James Bateman, with so many question marks about how good he can be this year and how many wins he can assist towards. Cook doesn't put it up, back into Harrison. Goes hard against Hunter, and we have an early call.
A really good penetration there from Cook. Got himself deep into the paint. And Harrison, very makeable bucket there, but he goes to the line for two.
This part of the World Cup will be split between the likes of Phoenix and Melbourne United, of course, with support. But tonight, certainly 75% of it at least leaning the way of the guys in green. Bateman with the inbound ball here from the baseline. Adel works his way ahead, and we have it A foul well away from the ball. Sobey goes down.
Yeah, it was Smith-Milner there. Just a little bit too physical for the referee's liking. If you said Sobey, certainly did go flying.
Of course, Sobey's against his former side tonight as well, out there on the floor. Pre-season hit out, but nonetheless. Bogdanovic missed the grand final with the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers with his wedding back in New Zealand. Bit of a well-travelled man, time with the Kings as well, and of course the Breakers. So a little bit of a slow start to this one. Walton Jr.'s first touch of it goes past halfway. Bateman to guard him. Just inside here, Bogdanovic again. Walton Jr. receives it back again. Flicks it around the corner. Comes the shot up by Best. And in by Wieskamp. Lands the opening basket of the night for Phoenix. They take a 3-1 lead. Here is Bateman. Up against Walton Jr. Flicks it back. Cook for three with the answer. Comes off the rim. Back around. Smith-Milner wins it. Bateman. Gets the screen by Harrison. Steps inside the two range. Smith-Milner thought about the three. Adele a little wider. And then Bogdanovic with a foul.
Yeah, it's a good response there from Smith-Milner. Any player, especially a big man who can stretch the defence outside the three-point line and put it on the floor, well, that's valuable. We know these days at this level and above, everybody can shoot the basketball. The three-point shot, a real weapon. And if you can't shoot the basketball at a high clip, you're not going to get much playing time.
Smith-Milner makes good of both. Bogdanovic with the inbound ball across to Sobey. And his first chance to bring it up court here past halfway for his new side. Walton Jr. Look for him to get busy. Steps back with a fadeaway, a little bit short. Back down, stolen away by Cook. Walton Jr. again around. Hunter lifts it above the head, and well, Laxadasius turns it over to Harrison. Adele flanking him out to the right. Harrison goes to the rack himself. Misses Sobey with the rebounds. Fires it up. Wieskamp underneath. Has to go the miraculous park behind, and ends up being a backcourt violation.
It's a little bit chaotic early on. Even the referee almost got caught up in the chaos there, Murph. He was a little bit late on the call. Had the Bullets asking the question.
Smith-Milner. Cook stripped of it by Sobey and wins the ball back for Phoenix.
Yeah, they're the kind of turnovers that just drive coaches mad.
Walton Jr. and Bateman here. Body to body. Wieskamp been lively early on. Hunter calls the play. Walton Jr. and Bateman. What a battle that'll be tonight. The no-look pass. Wieskamp again. Quickly shut down Cook. Walton Jr. involved. Sobey way downtown with this. Just a little short. Adele. Really looking forward from what we've seen in the opening preseason by this man. A little floater is good as well. Had a look out. Dropped in the net in the end.
It's a good soft touch from Deng Adele.
Bullets with back-to-back baskets here. They lead by a couple. Bogdanovic around Sobey. Inside himself. Underneath. Hunter tapped away by Cook. Bateman now. Drives up. Just Harrison in front of him from a Bullets perspective. Lightning. Adele. Smith-Milner to the right. A little two ball here. That's a little bit short. And Sobey being very acrobatic early in this game. Wieskamp. High up and lands another one. That's his second three of the opening term.
Yeah, you better get a hand up when Wieskamp's shooting it. That one brought down rain. He just elevated. Lovely soft touch.
Bateman drives hard here, flicks it wide at Cook, hand on it by Hunter. Cook steps back inside. Well, both sides a little rusty with ball in hand at the moment. Wieskamp, Walton Jr. Phoenix with possession, floats it up. Hunter's got the bigger body. G. Bateman did well. Smith-Milner involved as well, and now the Bullets with possession. Trailing by 1 to take the lead, Bateman. Wieskamp. And now across Walton Jr. Gets to 2 territory, back Wieskamp for his 3rd of the opening term. He's feeling it at the moment. Wangaratta Sports and Aquatic Centre, NBL pre-season action here on a Thursday night. Harrison. And the lead goes back to the Bullets.
Yeah, there's Dangadell again. Good decision making. Not all about offense, setting up his big man.
Walton Jr. just gets rid of Bateman. Hunter slams it off the rim. Dangadell in the best position here. Drives against Vodanovic. Back. Cook. Bateman opens up the lane inside and runs into Hunter.
Yeah, it's good from James Bateman. As he penetrated there, he forced the contact on the body and had every intention of getting to the foul line here. So, as you mentioned before there, Murph, a bit of a chaotic start here. But the Bullets have got to be fairly happy with how they're situated. And the feeling out process continues. Geez, well supported this pre-season game, that's for sure. Very solid crowd here in Wangaratta. And as you mentioned before, Steve Murphy, they are all for the team in green.
Two points here, 5:42 to go in the opening term. Walton Jr. Sobey comes up, inside pass. A good one as well. Across Marjuk, couldn't put it away, Adele. Wider now, Bateman. Just drops it inside, Bairstow. Just on the court here, Bairstow. And little floater is good against Lewis.
Yeah, it's a lovely power move from Bairstow. You don't see that often these days with the post up. It's more perimeter action.
Walton Jr. combining. Marjuk. Two of those operating on the same page there. But it's a turnover.
Yeah, I think it's called on Marjuk. Walton Jr., the activity that he's providing right now, a lot of dribbling coming off picks. But Marjuk just can't be moving when you're setting screens.
Bateman has Glover. Sikarski's just come on as well and making a very early impact, called for the foul. There's your man, Cole. And I had a couple of these in the opening quarter. Away from the man with possession. Gain against the Bullets.
Yeah, that one was committed on Matt Kenyon. Cook wasn't letting him go anywhere.
Glover switches it wider here. Kenyon back. Walton Jr. again. Kenyon drops it inside. Marjuk. Walton Jr. He's got a couple against him, so has to go that fade away. And Sikarski, he's made a rusty start since coming on, the big fella. Just loosening up. Got more changes happening. Looks like Owen Foxwell has checked into the game for the first time. Walton Jr. takes a spell for a moment. Foxwell, Glover, both sides occupying their benches. Foxwell, that'd be a nice way to get him going. White for Bullets. Drives into 2 territory, has his first shot, has a little bow peep. Sikarski, that's a little better. And he gets the contact as well to go to the line. So a couple of little rusty moves, like I said before, but now he's into the game.
Yep, too big, too strong, and you should not be surprised. Takes up some serious real estate down low, and that's going to give the big fella plenty of confidence as we've got a timeout here in the Bullets. Well, they've got to be over the moon with their start, leading this one by 6 points. And with Zakarski getting involved, a bit of a putback. We'll see how he comes back out and tries to convert the three-point play.
Six to 12, the Bullets with the lead.
So it will be interesting from a Bullets perspective, Steve Murphy, on really how much Zakarski plays this season. Obviously starting on the bench tonight, coming into the game, so just working him into the rotation. Interesting to see come opening night whether he's starting on the floor. How many minutes do they give him night in, night out? And really how they manage him. And obviously, with this Bullets lineup, there's going to be opportunity there to play big minutes. One of the brightest prospects, not only in Australia, but around the globe.
Lewis, Foxwell goes up advancing of him. Lewis almost going faster than the ball there. That's not easy to do. Foxwell has it outside three area. This man's been solid as well. Kenyans is coming on. Glover, the no look. Foxwell for three. He's had a couple of looks at it from three territory. White's been lively, has it now. In front of Glover. Charges into him, and that's the call as well. White's displeased.
Yeah, there's some physical contact there, no doubt about it. But Glover just using all that experience.
Foxwell. Bateman to corral him. Kenyon, Glover, Foxwell again. Marjuk comes forward for the screen. Foxwell inside. Marjuk against Zakarski. Zakarski, get me out of here. Strong move.
Yeah, he says to Marjuk, you better come with something a little bit more heavy than that. Yeah, how about that block right there from the big fella?
Foxwell, Glover in the one motion for three, just a little short. And underneath the rim, tipped in beautifully by Lewis. Couple of points for Phoenix, they needed it too. Had a bit of a run against them. Bairstow here. Hands off across Cook, fast around to White. Calls it inside and now Savage. Kenyon just literally pushed off the ball. He's got the hands out as well, looking for a call. And he gets it.
Yeah, it looks like it's on Bairstow there. Referee had great positioning.
So while the floor sweepers do their job, at the other end, Matt Kenyon will put the first of his two free throws away in the bonus here. 2:59 to go in the opening term. And the margin is cut back to 3, was at 7. Savage with it, Bullets with it, and with the lead here. past halfway. Bairstow has possession across. Cook, Warner, Savage again. Zakarski with the screen. Savage open for the 2-ball here. Nothing but net and gets some contact along the way.
Yeah, that's outstanding from Kai Savage. I'll tell you what, we were here very early pre-game, and Savage, his warm-up routine was all about a heavy dose of mid-range action coming off pick situations.
Glover, definition of resilience, this man. I'll come back to that. Foxwell for 3, misses off the rim, elevated Bairstow. Checks himself to Adele. Good to see this man back out there. Crowd certainly want to see it tonight. He has the ball, body works inside the fadeaway against the smaller Foxwell. Gets a couple of points to continue his night. Leading scorer out there at the moment sits with Joe Wieskamp. He's got a couple of threes early in this game. This is now, well, nice move there by Kenyon. Tapped away off the rim. Savage. Cook balks around Glover, now takes the shot. It's short as well. Hunter. Glover goes into 2 territory. Goes all his way. Nelly Foxwell inside looking. Palms off. Kenyon back open. Lewis for the 3-ball. They worked that well, Phoenix. Found the open man. Couldn't finish. And Cook comes up with it. Zakarski rolls around the back of him. Opens up for Bairstow. Drives in and, gee, the foul has been called. Bairstow will find himself here. Heading at the line.
Yeah, it's been a rough start for Owen Foxwell. Lost his confidence on the 3-ball. Just from earlier on, instead of shooting it, he took the ball to the rack and then kicked it. Went with the penetration, and now he was just overmatched there as Bairstow, too big, too strong, and Foxwell back to the bench, and Bairstow to the line. Bullets, what a start from them. They lead by 8.
Heavy on the opening free throw. Smith Milner to check in. Bairstow straight off the corner after making that basket. DJ courtside here. Just at the back of the basket, the Bullets are going to. Sobey straight back on and straight in the action.
Yeah, wonderful athleticism from Sobey. Explosive. Just beat Deng Adele to the spot. Easy layup.
Last 90 seconds or so of any quarter. So pivotal in the outcome of any game. Adele here. Beautiful shot. Sobey again to Harrison. Inside both sides with more of their traditional lineup they went with to start with to finish this quarter here. Bateman, Harrison, back to Bateman again, trying to create something. Walton Jr. every step of the way. Almost Harrison. Walton Jr. had Bateman covered until the last couple of steps. Bateman accelerated away and set up Harrison there. Walton Jr. trying to set up Sobey. Back around. Vodanovic is called for the foul.
Yeah, Smith Milner, he had great position down there. And that was an easy call for the referee on that one. Fascinating matchup with Sobey and Deng Adele.
Potentially also seeing Jade Colf here a little bit of the fact that the Bullets have played a couple of preseason games coming into this. As Bateman goes to work for 2 more, and that lead has rocketed out to 13 in the opening term here. We count down to the final shot. Walton Jr. for 3. The Phoenix miss. Harrison gathers. The opening term going the way of Bullets, Golf. And the stats tell us that story as well.
Yeah, they certainly do. And besides Wieskamp early on there with a couple of 3-pointers, it's been offensively a real challenge for the Phoenix. The Bullets, as you mentioned, Steve Murphy, they look a lot more settled, coming in with a little bit more, repetitions under their belt. And as we mentioned before, in terms of the stats, take a look at the Phoenix. They are shooting 4 of 19 from the field, just 21%. The Bullets going to be real happy, very, very efficient, 57%, 8 of 14. And the three-point shooting, well, 2 of 9 for the Phoenix. The Bullets yet to make one, 0 of 3. And look, it's the rebounding for the Bullets. Steve Murphy, 15 rebounds for the Bullets. They've got to be happy with that. They have doubled the Phoenix's work rate there, only the 8 for them. Assists fairly even, steals fairly even. And look, turnovers, as to be expected, pre-season, 5 for the Phoenix and 7 for the Bullets. Overall, hey, a chaotic first period, probably what we expected coming in here to Wangaratta tonight. But the Bullets, gee whiz, they've got to be really happy with their start. They look settled, they look like they're in a flow offensively, and they're working hard on defence as well. So a good start to this one, Steve Murphy.
Joe Wieskamp with 6 and Dengadell with 6 for their respective sides, and also for the Bullets 5 to Tyrell Harrison in the 24.
I just mentioned before with the matchup there with Sobey, we know how aggressive he likes to be at the offensive end. Well, Dengadell was picking him up on a couple of possessions there late in that first period, and it was physical. You may not have been able to see it from the vantage point of sitting at home, but I tell you what, it didn't look like a pre-season game, I guess you could say. Both men were giving as good as they could give, and we know how competitive Sobey can be and generally is. So this may be a pre-season game, but hey, these are professional athletes. They're here to win.
We commence the second term here. Wangaratta Sports at Aquatic Centre. NBL pre-season game here. It is a packed stadium as well. Lewis, Walton Jr. Drops it inside almost. Majuk tackled there by the opposite 24 in Harrison. Lewis flicks it, underarm. Walton Jr. will try to draw the contact. He thinks he got some. Referee disagrees. Adele strongly disagrees. He loses it. Kenyon clever. Glover comes up with it. And Kenyon rightly so repossesses it. Almost throws it away to Glover. Gets the 3 territory of the screen by Majuk. Looks for support. Walton Jr. back towards halfway. Gets the screen by Majuk inside. Lewis is open here. Bork Smith-Milner back wider. Walton Jr. at short. A little heavy. Taken by Cook. Flicks it up. Bateman back at Zell. Bateman again. Open for the 3. Drops it in the bottom of the net.
Yeah, unselfish play again from the Bullets. And real connection. Real knowledge on what they want to do with their execution.
Back around Majuk again. And Harrison doesn't even think about the shot really. Glover with it now. Adele to him. Glover inside. Bork's back. Wider. Open here. Lewis for the 3 and answers at the other end.
Yeah, Malik Lewis wide open. They really needed that one there. The offense not clicking over for the Phoenix.
Bateman, Smith-Milner. Walton Jr. to him. Now Adele. Alongside Glover. Bateman again. Adele, Smith-Milner. Walton Jr. right next to him. Smith-Milner. Majuk got a hand in there enough to worry Smith-Milner. Kenyon drives, flick wide. Lewis for back-to-back threes. And the game begins to come alive here as a timeout is called. The Phoenix is up and about. The crowd is up and about. And the margin is back to 10.
Yeah, good work from Matt Kenyon. The penetration and the kick. That's what has enabled them to get 2 3-point buckets through Malik Lewis. And boy, did they need an injection from somebody out there at the offensive end. And just as well, it's come from the outside through Wieskamp and through Lewis. 4 3-pointers between both those athletes out there because they're not getting anything on the interior, on the inside, in the paint. And that's with big Rocco Zakarski not even out there. So, got to continue to penetrate and kick and really rely and have confidence in that 3-point shot, that long ball, which is so important in today's professional basketball. NBL, NBA, we know it, we see it, we hear it all the time. And as we mentioned earlier on the broadcast, if you cannot shoot in this day and age, well, you are not going to spend time on the floor, and Malik Lewis has just proved that. His court time will go up the more he continues to make long-range three-point shots.
Number of players, of course, missing from the Bullets' best side as well. What you expect in the pre-season. Malik Lewis, by the way, that last basket takes him to leading scorer tonight. He's up to 8. Next best, we have 3 players sitting on 6 at the moment. White has it. Flicks it over the top. Smith-Milner in behind the defence here and floating one off the backboard. Tipped in. No, Harrison. And Lewis touches it out. He can't control it. The crowd a little bit flat towards the back end of that opening term. Like I said, 75+% of the crowd obviously for the Phoenix tonight. Sure there's a few United supporters here that are possibly barracking for the Bullets, but they certainly sprung to life with Lewis in their second term. Bateman, no-look pass. Adele balks around the bottom of Glover and then gets some contact by the back over the top as well. So a double whammy from the Phoenix's point of view here. Adele finds himself now at the line.
Yeah, and there's that execution again. It's on the baseline. Deng Adele continues to get himself in spots that are troubling the Phoenix. And he certainly comes in with a little bit of hype. There's Deng Adele, and, well, I like what I see thus far.
Walton Jr. inside of 2 territory, steps around White, high off the glass, doesn't go Marjuk, and call here going against Marjuk. Walks away shaking his head as he makes his way off the court, still shaking the head.
Yeah, some tough minutes for Marjuk. They've got to try and get a little bit of efficiency and quality in the paint. Jordan Hunter, he's going to have to be the man.
Bateman into Harrison here. Hunter corrals him. Harrison looks to the left. Gets the call. Harrison, now Bateman. Steps away, Walton Jr. got a hand on the ball, but didn't dispossess. Harrison, free throw sort of territory, lands the 2. And the margin back out to 14 here. Hunter and Sobey drops it inside. Back around Hunter again, and Harrison. Hunter, tough move, gets it off the glass and the contact as well.
Yeah, just what was needed. Jordan Hunter. A nice, strong move. And Harrison actually didn't put a foot wrong defensively there. Hunter had to bring his very best there. And really important points in the paint for the Phoenix.
Will be pivotal if the Phoenix are to push into finals this season. White, Bateman. Around Harrison here against Hunter. Harrison drives again. Hunter he stands his ground well, maybe not. Throws the hands back as well. A couple of real tight calls in this opening half. Could have gone either way.
Yeah, it's Harrison. I'm not shy to put the ball on the floor. Confidence flowing right now. for this Bullets outfit. What I like about it is, well, they're willing to go inside when need be, and obviously their attack from the perimeter has been on song as well, led by Deng Adele, who, well, he looks like a real smooth operator, does Adele. And that's really optimistic for the Bullets for season 2024-25.
Sobey. Hunter puts the screen on. Sobey goes in, floats it across. Hunter again, and the foul goes on Adele. So Hunter with a little impression in the last couple of minutes here. Another one of those former Sydney Kings, Centre of Excellence player previously, and the championship player at the Kings. Phoenix just haven't quite clicked tonight offensively as yet. That's an indication. Wieskamp comes back on. Gets airborne, fumbles a little, receives back from Hunter now for three. Struck two in the opening term and now has one in the second.
Yeah, Wieskamp. He is a flamethrower.
Bateman steps back. That smooth motion of his. Smith-Milner to Harrison. Inside to White. The fadeaway is good. Great assist by Harrison. And now Foxwell, Phoenix with possession and trailing by 10 here. 5:40 to go in the opening half. Sobey flicks it up in the air and got some contact along the way to the rim.
There's good penetration again there. Nathan Sobey, he's been doing that for a very, very long time in this league. Still, almost into his mid-30s now. Hasn't lost much of that athleticism. And this year with Sobey and Derek Walton Jr. in the backcourt, how quickly they can find the balance, maximise each other's games. We know Sobey, well, he's a scorer in this league, there's no question about it. And Walton Jr., well, he can get points in quick succession too. He's a past first point guard, but has the ability to put up 20 to 25 every night if he wishes.
Sobey lands both, averaged 20 points with the opposition last year, the Bullets. 4 rebounds to go with that as well, of course, a bronze medalist in Tokyo as Cook goes for three. Sobey, speak of the devil, he has it now. Flicks it across, Wieskamp. Will he go for another three here? His fourth, drives inside off the glass instead. Inside or out, it doesn't matter. Another timeout, and it comes with a bit of momentum to the Phoenix.
Yeah, outstanding from Wieskamp. That's what you get when you're 3 from 3 from long range. Well, the defense comes out, reacts, they get a hand up. You drive to the rack, you get easy layup. So Wieskamp having an outstanding ball game. And he's not forcing it, he's letting the game come to him. Whatever the defense is giving him, he's reacting and he's executing. And, well, his play is really keeping the Phoenix close in this one. Bullets 35, Phoenix 29, 5:19 remaining in the first half. And really, they haven't had many opportunities to dictate in the paint, have the Phoenix. And you tend to think, as we know, first time that they've really been out on the floor in the pre-season, so real feeling out process for them. They've got to be happy that they're right back in this one. As the crowd's starting to get juiced up and show a little bit of energy.
So the Phoenix coaching staff just taking a moment as well to have I won't say lengthy chat, but certainly a chat to the referees. Just so that break there, a couple of refs actually involved in the chat. 6 points here, 29-35, as much as 14. First time in the contest, you feel that Phoenix are having a little momentum their way. Bairstow back on court to White, and he's been quite good, White, since coming on. Bateman, Harrison, 2-point territory here. Back across, White again against Sobey. Now Bairstow stepping out. Cook has it. Borks Wiesman steps into the two. The no look. Bairstow fades back. Vidanovic, Harrison over the top.
Yeah, about Terrell Harrison. He just cocked that thing back and hammered it down.
It's a good metre or so away. Wiesman, you wouldn't... Wieskamp, sorry, you wouldn't back him from anywhere.
But what I like about it, yeah, I love the Harrison power jam, but how about the build-up? Just the teamwork, the extra pass. They're all on the same page of the Brisbane Bullets.
Bateman. Harrison. And it's all Phoenix Wieskamp there. And the stretching hand around by Cook. Might have won possession back here. It has. White. Bateman. Sikarski puts the screen on. Bateman for three here. Misses it. Back down Bairstow, tipped away. Wieskamp comes up with it, fires in. Foxwell, great assist. Beautiful basketball, Phoenix.
Yeah, Wieskamp again, he's doing everything right now. Left-handed assist, long range shooting, layups.
Bairstow around. Sikarski. Little floater by that man.
Oh, yeah. The soft touch from the big man.
Sobey and White. Vidanovic. Wieskamp gets rid of Cook momentarily. Vidanovic against Sikarski. Flicks it, can't get around Cook, and might have caught a foot on the way through. Slides out.
Foxwell's lost his shoe. So, not a bad foul from Foxwell. The Bullets were off to the races. But he was a legitimate attempt at the steal. Fortunately, the Bullets, they're in the bonus. Just on Rocco Sikarski back there. Steve Murphy, how was the soft touch from the big man? It's going to be exciting to see all his talents this season for the Bullets. Certainly brings some excitement to the organisation.
Vidanovic into Sobey. Back out to 10 here. Just when you thought the Phoenix were coming. Foxwell around Sikarski. Opens up Vidanovic. Overcooks it a little bit. Cook and now Bateman. Fast hands to Adzel.
Yeah, that one's on Vidanovic there. Coming down the floor was Sikarski, who was, well, he was just running, really. And Vidanovic just a little bit over the top with his aggressiveness. Put a physical body on Sikarski, but Referee didn't like it. A little bit too overzealous. There's Vodanovic still talking, still going on with it. It was a pretty straightforward foul.
Sikarski puts both away. Vodanovic, Foxwell, Phoenix trailing by 12. 3:26 to go in the half. Bateman to him, Sobey. Steps back for three. Has a bow peep. Majuk knocked away Sikarski. It'll be a Phoenix ball.
Yeah, and that's what Sikarski does and what he will do during this NBL season. Majuk gets the ball down low, and normally you just power up for the two. But that shot blocking ability, that length. Now there's all kinds of confusion whose ball it is. It's going to be the Phoenix from the sideline.
Well, the Bullets coaching staff actually come on the court for a moment there. I don't think any referee actually surprisingly seen it. Foxwell for three. He misses. Sikarski always going to easy pickings for him. Bairstow to Cook here. Foxwell in front of him. Cook just runs over the top.
Yeah, Foxwell, well, he finally gets a call. And that'll be pleasing for him. As he missed another three-pointer on the previous offensive set for the Phoenix.
Foxwell. Majuk tries to put the screen on. Foxwell looking to be creative here. Vodanovic. Wieskamp for three. You'd back him. Doesn't go, Foxwell. Vodanovic, he tries his luck for three. It takes a 360 around the rim. Doesn't go. Adele. Into two territory here. Well, he changed his mind halfway in the air and missed everything.
It's the first time we've seen Dang Adele really make a obvious mistake out there this evening. He just caught it in the air and was looking for the pass, but it wasn't to be. And now the Phoenix, with 2:30 remaining, they need some buckets.
Foxwell. Majuk creates wider. Lewis sporks around Bairstow to the rack inside. Majuk off the glass and the foul.
That's better patience from the Phoenix. It started with Foxwell. Malik Lewis, the drive. He saw Sikarski there, so he's like, let's go one more pass. And Majuk, well, he did the rest. That's what it takes, though. It takes 3 or 4 quality passes, especially with big Rocco Sikarski in the paint. You've got to get him off his feet or out of position before you can even go up with any kind of confidence at all. And Majuk finally gets the bucket that he deserves. He's been persevering. He's been trying hard.
Bairstow. Kenyon back on to guard him here. White and Foxwell. White, Savage. Tries to step to the right of Foxwell. He's doing a lot defensively, Foxwell. But getting that one slightly wrong.
So what, the floor sweepers, they are earning their paycheck tonight.
Well, he's doing a great job. Wangaratta Sports and Aquatic Centre, the venue for this NBL preseason contest. The Phoenix's first hit out competitively as a brand new unit. It is a brand new unit as well. Brisbane Bullets already played Shanghai and United in a couple of games, 2 victories. So their preseason form has been pretty good. That misses. Majuk and Walton Jr. Clock counts down here. 1:45 we're about to tick on to. The margin at 9. Glover. 3 knee reconstructions for that man. The fact he's out there playing top-level basketball in this country is a story within itself. Another former King. Bateman. His third one had to repair with his father's hamstring. Bateman. Well, this way and that way off the glass, misses. Comes back down, Majuk, wider. Walton Jr. here, drives against White. Gets to 2 territory, even a little bit too smart for his liking. Lost control for a moment, but was fouled in the process.
And it's going to go against Isaac White. When Derek Walton Jr. is out in the open floor and you are backing up, he just constantly keeps you off balance with the dribble, the sideway movement. And he really has you out on an island. And more often than not, he gets to this position at the foul line as that one trickles out. Or he gets a layup. So Isaac White could not do much about that.
Obviously, connection never going to be easy in the preseason when rotations are obviously a lot higher than they would be in the regular season. Bateman. Well, just things open up for him in the end. Could have created anything, gave it to Bairstow. Could have taken the shot, really gone anywhere he wanted to there. Walton Jr. to 2. Glover hands off to in the one motion again. Glover, we've seen that a couple of times tonight, and it goes in the bottom of the net for 3, and it's as close as Phoenix have been since midway through the opening term here. We're at 5 points. Bateman opens up off the glass. Somehow that didn't drop. Bairstow will make it good. So a hot finish to this opening half here. Walton Jr. wants to take a little bit of sting out of things for a moment. As we count down to 20 seconds to go, the shot clock about 6 seconds less than that. Walton Jr. wants to take every bit of that and take the shot. Dishes it up and tipped in over the top by Lewis. Final play of the opening half. White, the Bullets, White from just inside halfway. And Phoenix with a very nice last 90 seconds. Cut the margin to 5. 45-40, Bullets in front.
Yeah, it's a great end to the first half by the South East Melbourne Phoenix. Led by Walton Jr. is what he's capable of. Getting out on the floor, scoring when he needs to. Just remarkable that the Phoenix are even this close. As we go through some of the numbers there, look at the field goal percentage. I mean, they're shooting just a poor 30% overall from the field, and only 28%, 6 of 21 from long range. Well, the Bullets, they've got to be really happy with where they sit, 16 to 32 at 50%. The long range shooting, well, they've only taken 7, the Bullets, they've only made 1 of those. The rebounding, the Phoenix are getting slaughtered on the glass, 29 to the Bullets, 19 for the Phoenix. Assists are fairly even, steals are even at 3, 3 blocks to the Bullets. And as for the turnovers, well, 10 to the Bullets and 6 for the Phoenix. So, look, the shooting in the first half, it's probably to be expected for the Phoenix. First time they've been out on the floor. Got a lot of different parts going on. They're really trying to find their flow. No surprise that the Bullets lead. They've had more court time, Steve Murphy. They've got to be pretty happy where they sit. But all in all, I think we're on track for an exciting second half with a packed house here at Wangaratta. Really looking forward to it.
We'll take a break on our coverage. NBL preseason action. South East Melbourne trail by 5 against the Brisbane Bullets from the Wangaratta Sports and Aquatic Centre. Back shortly. Wangaratta Sports and Aquatic Centre, the venue for NBL pre-season. South East Melbourne Phoenix 40, Brisbane Bullets 45. At the end of the opening half of play, it was at a 13-point margin at quarter time, so the second term belonging to the Phoenix. A quarter each. Joe Wieskamp with 11 in the number 21. He's lit things up in the opening half with 3 3-pointers. And Tyrell Harrison with 10 is the leading scorer for the Brisbane Bullets in the number 24. Steve Murphy, Jade Kolf with you for a Thursday night. The Phoenix to take on Melbourne United on Saturday night. Next Wednesday, the Bullets will finish their pre-season campaign against Adelaide 36ers. Jade Kolf, what you'd sort of expect from a pre-season. A lot of rotation, a little rusty both sides, but an even contest, and I think we'll get a tight finish here. Yeah,
even contest, high-scoring contest. I think the crowd here in Wangaratta, packed house, I think they're really appreciative of what they're seeing out there. And, well, the Bullets look like they've got great connection thus far. And as for the Phoenix, well, there are pretty high expectations for them this year as an organisation. Going to take them a little while to get things smoothed out and in the flow. But they've got to be pretty happy only being down 5 because they are shooting the ball at a terrible clip, just 32% from the field overall. So if you're down by 5 and you're shooting at around about 30%, well, you've got to be pretty happy with that. So it's all upside for the Phoenix.
48 for Brisbane. I think they're around 60 against Shanghai in their first preseason hit out. Cook and, well, the man that we've spoken a lot about tonight, Bateman. And the 2 out wide, Adele. Beautiful little balk around Wieskamp. Can't get the basket to go, and Harrison taken away by Hunter. And a green ball here. Walton Jr. Derek strolls past halfway and hands off to Glover. Inside to Hunter. Drew some body contact on the way to the basket.
Yeah, it was a little unorthodox there from Jordan Hunter. He didn't bother going with the left hand. He just, I'm going to go back to my right. Heavy contact. And he got the roll, but, well, he's providing a little bit of that presence in the paint that we spoke about earlier on, that they were just lacking, the Phoenix. Jordan Hunter has come to the party and said, well, I'll be the guy to provide that. And a 3-point play from Hunter, so great minutes from him.
Bateman, Smith, Milner. Back to Bateman again. Screen by Harrison. Walton Jr. there around. Cook thought about the 3. Glover, hand in his face. Effective enough. Hunter fast up. Glover here with a fast break underneath off the glass and dropping it in.
Oh, it's outstanding from Angus Glover. How about the defense getting a hand up, and then he was off to the races for the easy bucket.
Tied up 45 apiece here. Smith Milner stopped on his way to the basket.
In fact, I take that back, Steve Murphy. The actual Glover bucket, he had a little bit of work to do, didn't he? He gave it a little bit of English off the glass. It was a nifty left-handed layup.
We had a look behind as well. He sort of summed up his options where the contact was coming or how soon the contact was coming. Harrison, little floater. It's good, and the Bullets lead again by 2. As much as 4-10 in this ball game. Walton Jr. hands off Glover. Steps to 2 territory. Walton Jr. outside 3. No look past Glover. He's feeling it at the moment. His second 3 of the contest, and back-to-back baskets for that man gives Phoenix the lead in this contest. First time since the opening couple of minutes of play as Cook puts the jumper up and Glover, the man of the moment, comes up with it. And now Walton Jr. against Bateman for 2. Phoenix starting this third term. He's used the word connection a lot in that opening half, Kolfman, with the Bullets at the moment. It's with the Phoenix. Bateman missing, Hunter grabbing. And now Walton Jr. past halfway. Wieskamp inside, goes himself, no look. Glover for 3. Gee, had a good look at it. So it's almost like the tempo here Phoenix have increased. They've stayed in that one sort of tempo Bullets that they had in the opening half. Phoenix have gone up a gear. Smith-Milner. He puts up the 3 now and just overcooks at Wieskamp. Berdanovic drops it. Walton Jr. Hunter wide open, the big fella. Doesn't go Harrison. Bateman. Since missing the NBA draft 2019, well-travelled across Europe, played in Greece, Germany, France. This man most recently averaging 17 points last season in Israel. Now, of course, in the NBL with the Brisbane Bullets. Described as a high-level impact scorer for the club. Plenty of playmaking and scoring ability. So, again, how consistent can he be? May be a big difference between the Bullets winning and losing a lot of contests this year. He has possession again now. Harrison. Adzel tries to go forward. Borks. Harrison, the 180-degree spin and works around Hunter nicely. Lead changes again.
Yeah, Harrison once again showing he's got some nifty moves down low.
This game now in a lot better tempo than we had in the opening half. Hunter reverse layup and Harrison. And now Cook. Both teams blowing off those preseason cobwebs, it seems. Over the top, Harrison. Tipped away. Smith-Milner. Cook. Borks Berdanovic. Goes inside. No look. Smith-Milner wide open here for the 3. Hunter. And now the man himself, Walton Jr. Berdanovic. Walton Jr. Beautiful assists. Ran in amongst a couple of Bullets players. And fired the gun to the basket. Another 2 points. Lead changes again. It's about the 4th in this third term. 50-49. We go to a timeout. 5:48 to go in the third.
Yeah, timeout Bullets. They want to talk it over, and rightly so. That lead has disappeared. They now trail by 1. And how about the little backdoor pass for Derek Walton Jr. That's the easiest bucket he'll score tonight. And Walton Jr.'s just been working overtime at the point guard position. I mean, his work rate and intensity at the guard spot is just something to see live. And as we mentioned before, this may only be a pre-season game. But these players, well, they play for keeps out there. It's all about confidence, really, at the end of the day as well. And, well, the Bullets, they have not started the second half how they would have liked. And just on Angus Glover, I mean, what an outstanding player this man has been in the NBL. And he just shows what he's capable of. He can put up points quick. His defensive intensity, his closeouts here at the beginning of the third period. He's been the one to lead from the front, to provide the energy and the spark that, well, has got the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in front.
Bateman, Bairstow, Cook steps back for 3. Cook and gets it in. 52-50. Back play here. Bateman just correcting his shoe. Not the first player to lose one tonight.
And a very nice strategic foul there from Bateman. He had no intention at all for that play to continue. He was more fixated on his shoe. How do I get this shoe back on? How do I do the laces up? Let me just get a quick foul in here. I'll correct my shoe. And let's move on to the next play.
Walton Jr. No look. He loves the no look pass. Berdanovic, the beneficiary on this occasion. 2 for him. Bateman with the ball. 52-51. 4:18 to go in the third. Wangaratta Sports and Aquatic Centre, Northeast Victoria. About an hour away from the border of Victoria and New South Wales as Lewis taps it away to the benches.
So Marjuk back into the game. He's had a tough matchup with Zakarski down there so far in this contest.
Cook. Little short. Tapped away Lewis. Straight to Zakarski. Could not have worked out better for Zakarski. He was the only man left standing there. He slams it down. Foxwell. So lively in this game, Foxwell, when he's been on. He gets the foul on this occasion. And chance to take back the lead for Phoenix.
So Foxwell, loved his perseverance tonight. Hasn't shot the ball very well from distance. And overall, really, the Phoenix are at 29% from long range. But gee, they've been putting them up. They've shot 24 from distance.
Foxwell. Rosendale. Getting some minutes on the floor. Hitting his foot, losing it away to Cook, almost losing the ball, and then dropped down by Rosendale. That's one way to make an impact. Your floor sweepers are getting a round of applause now, Colf. Been busy.
Yeah, they have. Spent plenty of time out on the main floor tonight.
Cook. Rosendale down again. Cook floats it wider. Past Zakarski to White in the pocket. Phoenix ball. 53 apiece here. 13 points quarter time, 5 at half time. As much as 14 in the game. Foxwell with it. Half a dozen lead changes in the third. Kenyon and Lewis combining. Now Foxwell against White. Again, Lewis against Bear. So high off the glass. Two more, Phoenix lead. Under 3 to play here in the third. Bairstow. Adele fast. Zakarski outside 3 territory. Adele again. Against Rosendale, inside, got the hand in there. Well, the foul's, Majuk's been called for the foul. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. A little different there because immediately as that foul was called, the players from both sides didn't do the traditional huddle. They both walked away beyond 3-point land originally.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the players were heading in the other direction.
Definite. Could have only been the call on Majuk there. So Rosendale and Foxwell are tied up again. Bogdanovic. And the two just work out time here. Take a bit of tempo out of it. Fast hand Rosendale or Lewis. He was good with a long-range shooting in that opening half. Misses that. Cook. Adele flanking out to the right here. Has Bairstow around to the left. Goes that direction inside. Zakarski puts the big mid up and floats it in. 3 bounces off the ring.
Yeah, good confidence booster for Zakarski there. Quality touch in the low post.
Foxwell underneath the rim. Rosendale. Lewis to the left. Drops it inside. Bogdanovic. Turns, takes the 3 motion and lands it in as well. So in the opening term, the last 90 seconds went the way of the Bullets. They opened up a 13-point buffer. Phoenix cut it back as White misses. Got one in the mush as well. A Falcon misses Foxwell. Inside, back across Kenyon. And then tipped across the top. Lewis And then in the second term, Phoenix fought back in that last 90 seconds to make it 5 points. Now, who can do it with 1:22 to go in the third? Who's going to finish the quarter the better and going with the lead at three-quarter time? Zakarski gives it back to the Bullets.
Yeah, he's going to be a real handful if you can make little 12 to 15 footers on the baseline, Murph. That is a soft touch and as good as it gets.
These two bucket for bucket at the moment. Vodanovic misses. And now Bullets can take it out to a 3+ margin. Zakarski against Vodanovic. And the big fella's starting to get very busy here late in the third.
He is starting to show why he's so highly touted. And why it gets NBA scouts excited about what this young man brings to the table. It's going to be a big part of Australian basketball over the next 10 to 15 years. There's no question about that. As he misses the foul shot. The question is how high he can possibly go in the NBA draft. But this year he's got to get busy in the NBL. Such a competitive professional league, the NBL, going from strength to strength.
Wieskamp, Kenyon for three. And with 36 seconds to go, Southeast Melbourne lead by 1 in the third. Smith-Milner hands off to White to respond with his own three. It misses. Tapped away. Kenyon back down. Tumbling was Foxwell. And now Coonan back. White again. Beautiful balk against Kenyon. Gets the roll. So Phoenix can choose to take a final possession here. Shot and game clock alongside each other. It sits at 7 seconds. Foxwell sums it up. Turns inside, puts it up, and the block comes Harrison, but the foul is called. Three seconds is where the clock stops. So if he makes both, the probability is Phoenix will lead for the first time at a break tonight. At worst, you imagine they'll be square. So 3 seconds, Smith-Milner, the inbound ball. The man to take the shot will be Savage. Puts a long ball up and it hits the top of the backboard. So we go to three-quarter time. Jade Golf and 13 points down, 5 points down. Now the Phoenix lead by 1.
Yeah, great response from the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Just what the doctor ordered for them. Finally got a little bit of connection, and finally they've got some outside shooting. And look, it was that man Angus Glover. I know we keep talking about Glover, but you have to. He brought the intensity at both ends of the floor. He started defensively with some of his closeouts on the perimeter, and then he got busy at the offensive end. You can't leave him open. He is a noted long-range shooter that can really hurt you at any stage, can the left-hander. And, well, they're not only back in it, they now lead by 1. Some encouraging signs for the Bullets, Murph, with Rocco Zakarski. He had a real purple patch there, a good 5 to 7 minutes from him, and he showed what he can do, both on the baseline, some spin moves in there, and it's all predicated on that soft touch, which at 7'3", 7'4", very rarely do you see that, and that's why you've got NBA scouts salivating over this young man, and it's going to be interesting how the Bullets manage that this year. We know we keep talking about that. Just exciting to see him up close. So I think the crowd are appreciative. I know we certainly are in the broadcast booth, and with 1 to go, the Bullets have got to be relatively happy, and now the Phoenix are finally starting to show really what they're capable of here for season 2024-25. It's exciting stuff.
Malik Lewis in the 33, 12 points, the leading scorer from a Phoenix perspective, and Tyrell Harrison still leads with 14, but Rocco Sikarski in the 11. He's moved along to 14 as well. Good night. Dengadell sits on 10. Angus Glover, your man, on 8. And, well, he hasn't moved a lot in recent times, Joey Wieskamp.
Yeah, and the three-point shooting for the Brisbane Bullets, obviously a real concern. Just 1 of 15 at 6%. Yes, I said that correctly. 1 of 15 and 6%. Well, that's something that they're going to have to really take a look at, because really how many games the Brisbane Bullets win this year is going to be predicated a lot on that outside ball. 1 of 15, night in, night out. They're not going to win too many games.
Wieskamp on 11. 3 of those three-pointers. He has the inbound ball and across to Walton Jr. Phoenix have the possession to start the final stanza here. Kenyon. Ball of energy by him tonight. Wieskamp. Heading face by Adele. Floats it up and gets the contact as well. Bullets displeased.
I mean, Joe Wieskamp, has there been anything that he hasn't done offensively this evening? I mean, he's bringing the total package tonight. The long-range shooting, the penetration, which lead to layups, and now little runners off the glass, drawing the foul as well and converting. He's a smooth operator, is Wieskamp.
Bateman. Walton Jr. to him. Bateman into 2 territory back. Harrison steps through a couple. Walton Jr. Margin at 2 here. Team with possession leading. Wieskamp around. Bogdanovic for 3. White, Smith, Milner. Adele now to the rack, and he puts it in as well. The tempo starting to rise in Wangaratta.
Yeah, once Deng Adele gets a step on you, it's game over. Talk about athletic. Lengthy, long stride with long levers.
Kenyon against Smith Milner, high off the glass, taken away by Harrison, and now Bateman. Around to the left, Smith Milner. Adele here, drops, no look pass. Harrison has to stop, prop, and then eventually roll it in. No, tap down Kenyon. Great hustle, Walton Jr. Phoenix possession here, leading by 3. Wieskamp to the left, goes to the right. Bogdanovic for back-to-back threes.
Yeah, that 3 ball starting to drop now for the Phoenix. The Bullets, they've got to get out there. Perimeter defense lacking the latter stages of this contest.
Kenyon, some body work on Adele there. Harrison. Dominating inside tonight, the Bullets. Walton Jr. It opens up for him. Clear air, and in the end, I think it was too easy for the man. Harrison. Bateman sums up the 3. Bogdanovic right there with him. And now another off-the-ball foul. We've seen plenty of them tonight.
It's going to go on Harrison. And Angus Glover down there. Well, they had the mismatch. They couldn't get the ball to Harrison because Glover was just standing his ground and refused to budge. And Harrison, in the end, well, he literally shoved him out of the way illegally. And Glover has impact once again.
Has it now wider. Lewis here. Spoke about him being the leader scorer at three-quarter time. Bogdanovic, big final turn from him so far. Wieskamp. Lewis for 3, the one motion. Just off cue. Sikarski. Adele. Bateman. To the left. Inside, back. Thinks about it. Behind the back, if you don't mind the Cook. He goes for 3, Cook. It misses. Wieskamp and Glover and Walton Jr. share it. Behind the back, Lewis opens up. Adele to him and takes it away. Kept his feet out of the two. Adele drives against Walton Jr. Back around Bateman here. Steps inside of Lewis. Feeds Sikarski. Back to two here. 6:17 to go in the final turn. We spoke about this earlier in the game. Even though it's a preseason, these are professional athletes. Coach's perspective, not so much about winning here. Players' perspective, it is about winning. They're competitive.
Yeah, also as well, you got guys here like, well, let's use Foxwell as an example. He wants to impress. He wants minutes this season. This is his opportunity to prove that he's up to the task.
Well, he tries there against Sikarski. There won't be too many bigger tasks, so to speak, in the competition than that. And he passes with A-plus colours. Bateman misses that, and Bairstow goes flying into the crowd.
Yeah, so we talk about these pre-season games. It's an opportunity for all players out there, and obviously the lesser-known players, the athletes that are really used to coming off the bench, it's their opportunity to stamp themselves into the rotation and show the coaching staff that they're ready for bigger minutes and bigger responsibility. These preseason games are important.
Cook lands the three. And offensively, they haven't been going this final term, but maybe that is a kickstarter. Back to one. Foxwell to Glover. Just a little bit strong on it. Sikarski around Adele now. Up to halfway. Kenyon in front of him. Sikarski puts the screen on. Adele steps inside wide to Cook for back-to-back threes to him. Always on target. Didn't ever look like missing. Bullets take back the lead here, 76-74.
Yeah, Keandre Cook. Just like that, steps outside. Goes bang, bang from long range. And we talk about the three-point shot. It's the ultimate equalizer when it comes to professional basketball. So much emphasis on it. And Cook just proves it right there. And we said earlier on, the three-point shooting from the Brisbane Bullets had really been deplorable. They were 1 of 15 through three quarters at 6%. And, well, it stands out when Cook comes in and goes back-to-back, put the Bullets up by 2 points. And, well, how many games do Brisbane Bullets win this season when the regular season starts September 19? Will really determine how many games they win. Look, they're not expected to be a playoff team this year. They've got a lot to prove. A totally different squad. Excitement with Rocco Sikarski in there. But the three-point shooting, well, it's got to be at a high level for the Bullets to really possibly end up mid-table.
Foxwell. Lewis for three here. Low, flat, a dagger. And the margin with one at Phoenix. Bairstow. Adele. Cook for three. He's been the hot hand in this final term. Glover. Foxwell. We close to the last 4.5 minutes of the contest. Back Glover here. Around. This is Rosendale against Sikarski. Draws the contact and almost bowls over Kenyon in the process.
And Sikarski looks a little shaken up there. You're going to get him straight out. Terrell Harrison's going to come back in for the stretch here with 4:27 remaining. That might be all we see of Sikarski this evening. He looks a little worse for wear there. I got him right in the midsection, maybe up near the sternum area. Let's hope he's okay. And hopefully just had the The wind knocked out of him.
Well, beyond the plate, Colf, you won't see him on camera. He's in a lot of discomfort. Well, it appears that way anyway. He's hunched over. He's sitting back up right now. It's like he might have caught his breath, but originally when he sat down, he was definitely grimacing. So you come here tonight, Colf, as a supporter, and let's just say you're a Southeast Melbourne supporter coming here tonight that most in the house are. You do obviously want to win for your team, but what you want as well is a really good contest, a really good finish to the game, and they've got that, the crowd, so both these sides, credit to them, they've delivered for the locals in this country fixture. Adele for a couple, and he ties things up as easy as you like.
Oh, dang Adele, he's a smooth operator, Murph. I like what I see from him tonight. The Bullets have found one. Gee whiz, and that's a block. Bullets coaching staff wanted a charge. Look at the bench, they're on their feet. And so's Rocco, so good to see him feeling better. So just quickly on those shooting percentages, I mean, the Phoenix are now up to 40% overall. They've just been chipping away, down at 30% in the first half, so their shooting has improved. It's what they've needed. Bullets at 46%. That's why this ball game's tied.
Bedanovic, Lewis. Steps back against Cook. Lewis, 2 territory. Beautiful. The Kenyan. He had 3 swamping over the top of Dell. G. Rosendale inventive, and Harrison, the bigger body, against Bedanovic. Now Adele past halfway. All the threes. 3:33 to go. Adele blocked by Lewis. Fouled by Lewis.
Yeah, dang Adele. A little bit of shake and bake as he goes to the rim. Ends up in the front row down there on the baseline. How do you like those seats down there, Steve Murphy? Talk about close to the action. They have packed them in here in Wangaratta. What a setting this has been this evening. Adele silences the crowd.
Bullets by 2. Under 3.5 to go. Walton Jr. The DJ starts to warm into gear now. Walton Jr. just misses Bateman. His momentum starting to swing back to Brisbane here. To the left inside, Harrison over the top. Doesn't get, well, he does get the roll. Looked like it was going to fall out for a moment. Couple of bounces off the ring. Wieskamp goes to the left here against Cook. Bedanovic back, Walton Jr. Against Bateman inside Bedanovic. Well done, Harrison. Had the wingspan to get the ball back. Bateman. Did a body on Walton Jr. Cook inside Harrison. Might go to work here. Bedanovic bodies him. Back outside the perimeter. Inside back. Bairstow. Harrison, the foul with Lewis.
That's great patience from the Brisbane Bullets. And Terrell Harrison. He's physical down there. You can see he's always thinking. He doesn't overplay the possession by taking a shot that's rushed or optimistic, for lack of a better word. And he's rewarded with that patience, because he had a layup there before he was fouled. And it's a huge possession as well. The clock stops, 2:16 remaining. Bullets lead by 4, and it's an opportunity to get it out to 6. And you've really got to like their chances from that point on. And I really like what I'm seeing tonight with the Bullets, Murph, in terms of that Terrell Harrison and the Rocco Zakarski combination, that 1-2 punch. When one guy's resting, obviously the other guy is in the paint playing the center position. They can really do some damage down low in this upcoming NBL season. So the Phoenix definitely have their issues in the paint. They're a guard heavy rotation in terms of Angus Glover, Walton Jr., obviously Nathan Sobey. Foxwell getting the backup minutes tonight. Do you think Foxwell's got a little bit of work to do to work on his production? His minutes are going to depend on how well he shoots the 3 ball. He hasn't shot it that well tonight, but Terrell Harrison, he's certainly a player that brings a bit to this Bullets organisation.
For a moment, midway through this last, it looked like Phoenix by 10 plus. They had everything going their way. They just lost their own way, the Brisbane Bullets, but they've fought their way back. They've got the game back on their terms, and now the Phoenix are the ones struggling to connect anywhere on the floor. Bateman, Bairstow going like winners at the moment. The 3rd time this preseason. Harrison turns around, has a look at 2 of the referees and says delayed call. 1:46 to go. Bullets all over Phoenix in the latter part of this quarter.
And any Brisbane Bullets fans out there watching this evening, good news, Rocco Zakarski, he seems to be back breathing well, and looks like he's made a recovery from that knock earlier on, so no need to worry there.
So 8 points now. It's the biggest lead they've had since the first part of that second term. Brisbane. Domination really late in this quarter. Walton Jr., what a tough move. What a tough shot that is. And now picked away Wieskamp. Late charge here, Walton Jr. And tipped in Vodanovic. 121. We're back to 4 here. So from 8 to 4, back-to-back baskets.
Yeah, they got a quick fall, and the Bullets call a timeout straight away. They don't want any of that at all. They got to talk it over, get some composure going here on the inbound. They go from, well, a comfortable situation to a little bit of anxiety and nervousness. And they'll really be tested here down the stretch with 1:20 remaining. The lead is just at 4. And this crowd's been eating it up from the first tip. Looks like almost a sellout from our vantage point. And, well, they've been treated to some high-quality basketball. And their side, the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, well, they're back in this one. after really looking down and out several times, that shooting percentage has improved. They're still only at 39% overall, so it's remarkable that they're still in this game. And they've had some contributions from Glover, Wieskamp, and even Vodanovic has been outstanding in this second half as well. Bullets ball on the baseline.
Bairstow finds Edzell, and now Harrison further on. Corralled by a couple. Bateman. Wieskamp comes towards him. Bairstow offers the screen. Bateman. Down to 7-second shot clock here. Drives against Wieskamp. Steps back. The fadeaway by Bateman is no good. It'll come up with Walton Jr. And with 54 seconds, the next basket cuts it to a one-basket ball game. Walton Jr. drives, gets the foul, but not the basket. Will go to the line. And even if he makes just one of these two, they'll be potentially a basket away from tying the contest.
Yeah, that's exactly what Derek Walton Jr. was looking for there. He was not hesitating at all. He wanted to make his move with as little time ticking off the clock as possible. He did just that. Drew the contact, clock stops. Now his plan here is to make both. If he does, it's down to 2.
He gets that one basket margin. Can he leave the door open ajar to take the lead if they get the next basket? He does. So at 2 here, 49 seconds exactly on the clock. Bairstow, inbound ball to Bateman. Has it, backcourt here. And has Walton Jr. in front. Those two have tangled all night. Walton Jr. fouled here. Straight away, as the players always do. Surely not, referee.
Yeah, I think Walton Jr. was probably more disappointed in himself there. That was a real opportunity to pick the pocket. And he knew that. That's why he went after it.
The man from Milwaukee takes it out to 3. 87 for the Bullets. $88 for the Bullets. Back out to 4 here. 2-basket game. Walton Jr. outside 3. Steps back against Bateman. I think he's expecting him to pass. Does. This is Glover. It's short and misses. Bairstow comes up with it. And the Bullets can make it very, very hard now as Wieskamp does the foul.
It'll be Bairstow. He'll take a trip to the line, and now it's a free throw shooting competition for the Brisbane Bullets. They make their foul shots. They'll win this preseason game here in Wangaratta.
Bairstow with a sense of occasion. Misses the first. How generous does he want to be here? He misses this. Well, he just gets it. Did his best. 5 points. Ball game still open at the moment. Walton Jr. No look. Lewis really needs this to go. It doesn't. Comes up with Cook, and Vodanovic with the foul. 14, or basically 15 seconds on the clock now. 5 points the margin, and shots to come for Brisbane. Vodanovic checks out. Rosendale comes in. So if Cook makes just one, A quick three for Phoenix, and then they need to somehow get a stop. So whatever happens here, basket or no basket, they need a fast play. If it goes in, they'll need the 3 ball. So 6 points the margin. Timeout.
Yeah, the Bullets, well, they don't need to do anything silly here. Clearly in the box seat, and, well, the Phoenix, they're going to get down the floor as quickly as possible. And they need long-range shooting. They're a couple of 3 balls behind here in this one. And the coaching staff for the Bullets, they'll basically be saying, just play straight up defense, do not foul the shooter. That is the last thing that we want. If they make the 3, no problem there. Let's get the ball in and let's make foul shots. So they should have all their best foul shooters out there on the floor as well. Rocco Zakarski's in there for Harrison. You've got Bateman. Coonan's out there, obviously for defensive purposes. Kai Savage and Jared Bairstow. So here we go. Phoenix have got to execute here. No second chances.
Rosendale. Lewis or Glover with it. Glover goes in towards 2. Places it in. And now a timeout. Margin of 4, 11.5 seconds to go in the ball game.
So the key to that play right there is score a bucket as quickly as possible. It was only 3 seconds that came off the clock. So leads at 4. So the Phoenix will look to get a steal on the inbounds. And if they don't, well, they're back to fouling once again to stop that clock. So the NBL season, opening night, September 19, round 1. That will be here before you know it. And we'll be underway in the regular season. But this one tonight, it's been a good one. Bairstow to inbound.
Bateman. Alton Jr. trying to foul. Lewis as well. Wider, Adele, Bateman, Glover fouls, but it took a good 7 seconds off the clock to get it.
It's one of those situations where maybe the referee could have called one from earlier, but they let it go. Much to the Brisbane Bullets' joy. As James Bateman knocks down another one. Leads at 5, and that is curtains for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in their first hit out.
Glover. And that'll tick down the clock. So entertaining here, Wangaratta Sports and Aquatic Centre. Not exactly the result majority of the crowd wanted, but a great exhibition of NBL basketball. Good preseason form for the Bullets. They take another win and momentum into their season proper. One more hit out for them against the 36ers next week. Melbourne United on Saturday night for the Phoenix. 86-92, Jade Golf entertaining.
Yeah, the Bullets have got to be very, very happy with that. Rocco Zikarsky, well, we know he's such an exciting prospect. Big things expected of him. Look, I thought Terrell Harrison was absolutely outstanding. And, well, the Bullets showed that they've got some good connection early on. They do have some more pre-season games up their sleeve and more repetitions. And as for the Phoenix, well, some good signs there. They're going to be hard to beat this year. Derek Walton Jr., Nathan Sobey. That's one of the best backcourts in the competition. They've got to find some action and some points in the paint. That's going to be something that they need to look at moving forward. And look, the shooting percentage from the Phoenix tonight, just 38%. You're not going to win many games like that, whether it's pre-season, regular season, or the playoffs. But overall, a good show here tonight in Wangaratta. Steve Murphy, absolute pleasure being in the broadcast booth and looking forward to seeing the season get underway September 19 on opening night.
All right, thanks for joining us, Jade Cole, Steve Murphy. Enjoy the rest of NBL pre-season. We'll see you in season 2025.